Hey guys, here we are in Unit 4, Section D, and we're going to talk about these notes today. These notes topics are generating a line. All right, so the last time we talked, we learned about slope and counting rise over run to find the slope of a line. Today, I am going to give you a point, and then I'm going to give you a slope or a rate of change, and you are going to use that information to generate a line. So before we start, maybe pause this video and go ahead and do the warm-up. I'm not going to do that as part of my instruction because it should be something you know how to do. Go ahead and count rise over run and find the slope of A, B, and C. Hopefully you paused and you did the warm-up. And now I'm going to go over just a couple of these problems. So I'm going to do numbers 1 and 2 with you. I'm also going to do numbers 4 and 6 with you. And on your own, before I see you again, you're going to try 3 and 5. All right, here we go. In number 1, I am given a point. So step 1 is to plot the given point. 0, 3 is right here. Now next, it gives me a slope or a rate of change. I prefer that rate of change to be a fraction. So if you are given a whole number, you can always put that whole number over the number 1 to make it a fraction. The reason I want it to be a fraction is because slope on a graph is rise over run. So I want a fraction. Rise means up or down, and since the 2 is positive, my slope is going to go up 2. Run means left or right, and since the 1 is positive, it's going to go right 1. So from the point that I plotted, I'm going to generate a staircase, and then I'm eventually going to connect the dots to make a line. It goes like this. From the point, I go up 2, right 1, and I put a new dot. Up 2, right 1, put a new dot. Now I can't go up 2, it'll be off the graph. So another thing I can do, recognizing that this line is going to go, when I connect the dots, it's going to go like this. I could also go in the exact opposite directions on the top and bottom. So instead of going up and right, I could go down 2, left 1. It's got to be opposite on both. Down 2, left 1. And notice that my dots are still in line. Down 2, left 1. And once you have about 5 or 6 points, that's totally good enough to make a line. You're going to connect the dots and make a nice straight line, okay? Now, I prefer to erase the staircase when I'm all done. And there I have a gorgeous straight line. Let's do it again for number 2. For number 2, the point is -4, 1. So I'm going to plot that point. -4, 1 is right here. And now I'm going to count my slope. Now, this slope is -1/2. When I do this, I prefer to move the negative to the top. You're allowed to do that. You can put the negative on the top or you can put it on the bottom, but you can't put it on both. It's one or the other. A negative on top means going down. So you're actually going to go down 1, but the 2 is still positive, so you're still going to go right 2. So from my point, I'm going to go down 1, right 2, and put a dot. Down 1, right 2, put a dot. Down 1, right 2, another dot. You could continue doing this until there's no more graph left, or once you get about 5 points, you can pause, you can stop and connect your dots to make your beautiful line. Now remember what we learned yesterday, that a negative slope will look like it's going downhill from the left. So I know just by looking at this that my slope looks negative, which is a really good sign since the slope they gave me is a negative number. Numbers 3 and 5 are a lot like numbers 1 and 2, so you're going to try that on your own. The last thing I want to talk about is numbers 4 and 6. The reason I want to talk about these is because they're special. The slope that they gave me in number 4 is 0. Okay, so something that we need to keep in mind is that if the slope is 0, what that represents is a horizontal line. I like to think of a treadmill. When you're walking on a treadmill, if you have an incline, your incline might be like 2. That's a positive slope. That's going uphill. When you have a flat road, the incline is 0, just like the slope. So I'm going to plot my point 0, 4, which is right here, and all I'm going to do is draw a horizontal line through that point because the slope is 0. It's a flat road. That's it, guys. I'm done with number 4. Number 6 has an undefined slope. So something that you need to remember is an undefined slope is vertical. It goes up and down. So I'm going to plot this point they gave me, -5, 0, and I'm going to draw a vertical line through that point. Oops. So going back to that treadmill analogy, think about it. If I made my treadmill go perfectly up and down, I'd fall off. The slope would be undefined. I can't even stay on it. All right, so that is the moral of the story, is really just plotting the point and counting the slope. You got to use rise over run, or you have to remember what 0 slopes look like and what undefined slopes look like. You are going to complete the warm-up if you haven't yet. You are going to try numbers 3 and 5, and then when I see you in class again, we'll do worksheet D together. Thanks, guys.